Let's get everybody back. Jeez. Alright, we need some drones here. Like, things can go south so quickly at this one. Alright, 1 burrow. 2 burrow. Is there any more? That's good enough. 3 burrow. 4 burrow. 5. No, wait. 5 burrow. 6. 7. 8. There's not too many of these guys left over. Get in there. Gonna need some serious backup on this side. Fucking nuclear launches. All fucking ready. It has been a bit, don't get me wrong, but still feels early. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another vest being gone. Alright, how are we doing here? Put that up. Alright, let's unburrow. Start heading out. What are you guys? 8? Yeah, 8. Alright. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him. Do I get a 9? I get a 9. Alright, that's way too many. Let's go. I am not used to reaching out all the way over to 9. Now let's figure out where their base is. Hey, I found it. Alright. So far, not so bad. Their base is going down. Yeah, this I feel is the next bigger threat for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because of their ability to launch the nukes all the time. This could have gone better. This could have gone a lot better. So far, it's not terrible. But I lost a lot of forces. I need more. Where are my overlords? How about with this? Why isn't 7 going in?
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
They got too much air. Get over there and help.
Our forces are under attack.
Get these guys.
Our forces are under attack.
Jeez, get over there and help. Get in there. They had way more air than I thought they were going to, but we took down a good number of them.
Our forces are under attack.
They're sending in support. God.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Damn it, we're taking down red. We are taking them down, damn it.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
We've got so much. I need to back off and regroup, but I also need to try to press my advantage. It's a hard thing to try to pull off here. Which way do I go with this? Alright. 2 of you hit that. You guys hit that. Alright. I've crippled them. For now. And that's gonna have to be good enough. So let's back off, let's regroup, let's try to get this going. I sent too many ground forces. I need more mutas in there. This is my only mineral base left that's actually good, but I have so many minerals, I just need gas! What are you guys doing? No. Get down here. No, you guys get down there. Alright, let's actually send all of you guys here. Let's send you there.
Our forces are under attack.
Why here? Because I need the base. Now you two, get in here. You head way over here. Alright, you guys head up here a bit. Okay. You're gonna get this to work. Might have it just extended too far. I need way more.
Our forces are under attack.
Way more everything. God, they're 3-3 already.
Forces are under attack.
Like, I can't necessarily compete with that right now. It's designed for anti-air. Let's unload. Build me the extractor. Build me the hatchery. Like, I'm getting them as fast as I can here. Now, can you guys go over here? Just check it out for me. If those drones die, it's not going to be too big of a deal for me. If I can get that base going as well, then that would be fantastic, right? It doesn't look like there is anybody over here, but they could send, you know, massive amounts of air units my way here. All right, let's go for it. All right, clearly the thing that I need right now the most is gas, so that's kind of what I'm trying to focus on right now. All right, 3 of you, get in there. By the time they get there, that will be done. Yeah, I have no idea what these guys are doing half the time. And then you three, not you, you three go in here. By the time they get there, that should be done. Working off so much gas. How much? Is there anything in here? There is. This one expired? Yeah, this one's depleted. So I'm really only working on one gas, which is why it's so short right now. But damn it, I need more troops. Alright, so that's good to go. Really? Just hang out here for a bit. We'll get more muta. I mean, like, having backup drones is never a bad option here. Should be good there. Now I'm back up to 3 production on gas, which should be good enough. Kind of fell behind on that because I didn't trust this base over here. All right. Things are working out decently, I think. Set the rally point there. Okay, this time I'm going to need to go not only Guardian, but Devourer. Now, 600 is enough to get a full set of Devourers. So let's get a full set of them. Where are these guys? Guys, head over here. I still got a ton of muta, right? Still got a ton of you guys.
Our forces are under attack.
Problem is that Devourers are slow. Devourers are very, very slow. Yeah, severely crippled red, but they're not dead yet. It's gonna take me a while. Have I mentioned that? This is honestly considered one of the hardest ones in the game, but I feel like I have a good handle on it so far. I don't know why I went for drones there. I don't need drones there. I got a fairly good handle on it. We've got one of the major bases down. I'm well on my way to crippling, well, taking out the other one. It's already crippled. Alright, how many of you guys do I have? I got 2 of you left, so... all but 2 of you turn into Guardians for me. This level's insane, though. But we at least crippled the people that were taking me out with nukes, you know? Feel like that's a good way to go right now, because nukes are pretty devastating. The air I can kind of handle, and the other one is going to be air. I would love to go with like mass Hydra that way, but I don't think that's going to necessarily be good. I'm gonna have to go mostly Devour. So this is why I'm only going for one thing of Guardians. So 1, 2, how many of you guys do I have? 3. And that is it, except for this guy here. Why would they just send 1 tank? Why would they just send the 1? Alright, well. Let's go for more meal. Let's drop another save. Let's kind of go out. Oh, get out of that! Great, now things are going quite poorly for me. Because of that, now I feel I have to hold back. You know what?
Nuclear launch detected.
Where?
Nuclear launch detected. Our forces are under attack.
Get over there! Where is he? Alright, let's start heading in. These guys are driving me nuts here. How are we doing over here? Not too great. Yeah, they're not going to make it past that. More mutas, please.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Great. Now we got a freaking Yamato gun going at me over here. It's about time that upgraded. Where is he? He chickened out and ran. Alright. Well. Almost time to make more. Get in there! Just constant resupply with air forces.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, not the cleanest victory, but at this point I just want to win. And that means Malt sending a lot of things to their death. That means I'm sending a lot of things to their death. Alright, that should be it for red here. Looks like they have a little bit more. It's not the bunker, is it? Shouldn't be the bunker. We're gonna need more devours. Oh, they do have a production facility here. That would do it. Once you guys take this down, you should be good.
Congratulations, Kerrigan. You've beaten me again. Just remember that I'll be out there, waiting for you to slip up. Because sooner or later, you'll make a mistake. And when you do...
All right, so that's good for that part. Let's head back here. More forces. More forces.
Spawn more overlords.
Right.
Our forces are under attack.
They're sending Yamato guns at me. They're sniping me with them, too. Alright. I don't have quite enough for that yet. Couldn't get that one off. Alright, so their air forces are going to be an issue for me, but I will hopefully have proper everything to handle that. Do I have all my forces here? No. I have more air over here. They're going to be important. I feel like I'm going to need a lot of Hydra. So let's get some Hydra going. Move all my Hydra over here. I mean, air is nice, but I do need some ground forces to help take care of Valkyries and things like that. Alright, I feel like getting some Guardians is a good option right now. We're dropping another save because, well, we took out 2. We only have 1 more to go. Yeah, there's no reason for me to have this many here now. You guys head over here, since apparently they want to hang out over there. Nerve-wracking, this one. This one is insane. Alright, so you guys are off screen. You guys are 2, so 1 and 2. Three. How many devourers do I have? I think that's good enough. 3 and 4. 5. Is that all of them? 6. 7. and 8. It's not the best force, but I think it'll do the trick. You follow one of the guardians. Well, you follow Devourer, you follow a guardian. You follow one of them, and you follow one of the Hydras. We'll build some more down here as backups in case they die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Most of them are air. Everything else is a Hydra, so it shouldn't be too bad getting people over here. They just have to prove me wrong, don't they?
Is under attack. Forces are under attack. Forces are under attack.
Damn it.
Forces are under attack.
Where are those guys? Come on, spawn for me.
All forces are under attack.
Alright, so we won that one. We got more Hydra or more Muta on the way. We'll leave them there just in case, because apparently they want to send bad things my way. I think I'll... Are my Hydra dead? No. Alright, we're getting there. We're crippling their air. Yeah, once I get a full air going, their air is not going to be better than mine. I know you guys are alive. They're not always triggering though when I hit the button. I'm trying to go too quick, I guess. And I think we have this one.
forces are under attack.
Just in case things go south, though. Yeah, now I feel like I have too many devourers, right?
Our forces are under attack.
Head up! This is what you guys are for. Just go in and destroy shit.
Our forces are under attack.
Hey look, the Devourers aren't completely useless.
Our forces are under attack.
Just, you know, mostly. Alright, is that the last of it already? Seems like there's a little bit more out there. Feel like we got all the time in the world to sort it out, though. You guys can be free. I don't need,
Our forces are under attack.
I don't need too much more than what you guys already have done. Alright, where else could they be? Let's head over here. So I know, like, the Hydras are alive, but
Forces are under attack.
they're not triggering properly. Where are these overlords when I need them? Alright, doesn't really matter. Let's just go for victory here. They can't have much left.
Our forces are under attack.
Get over here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, whatever. They weren't triggering for me, but we got them eventually. Yeah, a small little base over here. Nothing too concerning. You guys, go over there. You guys, sure, go help out over there. Alright, a few more buildings to take out on this side, but once again, nothing really to be concerned about. Alright, just the science facility? Does the science facility count? Apparently it does. Unless there's something else I'm missing. There's something else I'm missing. Don't tell me missile turrets count now. Oh. Didn't see this starport up here. I assumed it was... a missile turret.
Kerrigan, I am prepared to offer terms of surrender. It is my wish that you allow my men to live.
You're not in a position to offer me anything, Admiral. And I don't take prisoners. I'll tell you what. Turn your remaining ships around and start heading back towards the Earth. I'll even let you have a head start before I send the swarms after you. It'll be interesting sport to see how far you get before you die.
And that is victory. This map, I do have to say, this mission, I was dreading this one because I remember having such a hard time with it, but it wasn't as bad as I remembered. Apparently, I was just, terrible when I was a kid. Or I was just a kid, it happens. But we have won. We are victorious. We have beaten Brood War. Oh, this felt good. I think it's because part of it was that I chose my opponents in the right order. I think going after Artanis first, then going after Red, which was Minsk, and then going after Dugal last was the way to go. For the first time, I think, in a long time, I won all three. I won units, structures, and resources against 3 opponents that had me surrounded. It did take an hour and a half. I don't think that's the longest, but it's still up there. Produced 470 units, killed 662, lost 276 of them. Granted, though, I was up against 3 opponents. They should have killed more of mine than anybody else's, but no, I killed Red more than anybody else's, probably because I went at them twice. They lost 303. White lost 213, and the Protoss lost 144. I destroyed 303 buildings. I only lost 18 of my own. All but one of them, I believe, was a colony. In terms of resources, I outmined them and outspent them. The outspending is, of course, the better thing, but I did outmine them, and that is really, well, outspending is the way to go, but you can't spend unless you mine, and I really got to him early. That did make me happy. But we have won. That was it. That was Omega. Omega is down. Let's head to the end here. We've won. Was it good, though?
Once again, I stand atop the broken bodies of my enemies, victorious, but not unscarred. The Earthborn Directorate has been destroyed, and the Overmind lies dead and trampled beneath the ashes of Char. As for my unlikely allies, I think that I shall allow them a reprieve. For in time I will seek to test their resolve and their strengths. They will all be mine in the end. For I am the Queen of Blades. None shall ever dispute my rule again.
Dearest Helena, by now the news of our defeat has reached the Earth. The creatures we were sent here to tame are untamable, and the colonies we were sent to reclaim have proven to be stronger than we anticipated. Whatever you may hear about what has happened out here, know this: Alexei did not die gloriously in battle. I killed him. My pride killed him. And now my pride has consumed me as well. You will never see me again, Helena. Tell our children that I love them, and that their father died in defense of their future. Over.
Shortly after Dugal's defeat, the remainder of the UED fleet was overtaken by Kerrigan's forces and eradicated. No UED vessel ever made it back to Earth to report what had transpired. With his ragtag fleet beaten and crippled, Arcturus Mengsk fled back to Korhal to lick his wounds and plan the reconstruction of his Terran dominion. Artanis and the Protoss survivors returned to Shakuras to begin rebuilding their once glorious civilization. Zeratul and James Raynor went their separate ways and have not been heard from since their departure. And alone, floating on a dark platform above the burnt-out planet of Char, Sarah Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades, sat and lorded over the ravenous swarms. Unable to shake the feeling that a great threat loomed just over the horizon, Kerrigan could only stare off into the vastness of space, where she beheld a great void, or perhaps a reflection of a hollow victory and the trials yet to come. And that is the game! That is Brood War, and that is Starcraft. Now, I have to say that I love this game. It is a lot of fun to play. I feel like the gameplay has not really aged poorly. There are certain things that were improved in StarCraft 2, which I think was one of two RTS games that Blizzard released after this game. It was Warcraft 3 and then Starcraft 2. There was a long step in between there. But overall, I think this game was really good. There's a reason why it's considered a classic and why a lot of people turn back to it. I believe there is still an active Brood War multiplayer community out there with championships and all that kind of stuff. It's one that I think holds up well. I think the story is really imaginative, and I think it is told fairly well. I think it could be told better. It's always kind of told in those little briefings there, and you're not always necessarily seeing what happens, or you're seeing it in the sprites while you're playing. There's not necessarily too many cinematics that are story-driven, especially in Brood War. There are, what, 2 cinematics? I think there's just an intro and an ending. I don't think there's anything else. But I think that the story is complex. I think the characters are complex. They get more complex in the second game, of course. But I feel like the game is a classic and well worth attention, even if you have to cheat every once in a while to get through it. This is a difficult game, no doubt about it, but I wouldn't even say it's the most difficult RTS that Blizzard made. For whatever reason, I had always assumed, and a lot of people backed me up on this one, that StarCraft 1 was the most difficult of the RTS games that Blizzard made. I would disagree with that, and I would say Warcraft 1 was more difficult for me, but a lot of that had to do with controlling the units. This one, since I was able to control, I believe it was 12 at a time, it was a little bit easier. The hotkeys also help quite a bit. In Warcraft 1, I can only control 4 units, and I couldn't hotkey them, so that was an issue. In StarCraft 2, of course, they improved the mechanics quite a bit, not only with the gameplay, but of the AI and stuff like that. But for the time, I feel like this was an amazing game, and once again, I feel like it stands the test of time fairly well. I do know it was remastered. The graphics on that look pretty good. They don't necessarily look like it's revolutionary, so that's why I didn't go into the remaster. It came out shortly before I started this Let's Play, I believe. Or it could have been in the middle of it. Either way, I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do the original version, the one that I grew up with, the one that I played extensively, mostly in custom maps, to be honest with you. And that's an aspect that I haven't really talked about, and we're probably not going to go into. I'm not sure how active the community of online maps, especially the custom maps, are these days. But for me, this was amazing. But like I said, in terms of difficulty, I wouldn't say it was the most difficult one out there. And it does have that reputation. It is difficult, don't get me wrong. You have to know what you're doing a lot of the time. And sometimes you have to know in advance where your expansions are going to go, where that second base is going to go before you get started. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. But I wouldn't say it was as difficult as Warcraft 1. Warcraft 2 is probably right on the line. Probably even with this game. And then Starcraft 2, I feel that it is somewhere between hard and brutal. I do not think that this game is as hard as brutal was on Starcraft 2. So I feel like this game earns the reputation of being hard, but I think a lot of people exaggerate it, especially people like me who haven't played it since they were a kid and didn't understand how to really play. I know I, as a kid, was terrible at getting money. I didn't want to invest in the workers too much. I didn't understand the concept of having 1 on every mineral, maybe even 2 on every mineral. So I would have like maybe 5 or 6 drones or SCVs or probes, and I would call that it, and then I would start trying to make an army, and I couldn't understand how people could make it faster when I did see it happen. But like I said, that was a long time ago. I understand the game mechanics a lot better now. It is definitely not a game for, I would say, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, unless you cheat. And me playing it when I was about that young, I forget when this game came out, but I was probably a little bit older than that, but I was just kind of stubborn. The game is kind of meant for teenagers at the youngest. I feel like this is more of a later teens, early 20s kind of game. And I feel like the darkness of the story, the fact that really the bad guys win. You play as the Zerg at the end, and as Kerrigan, possibly the most evil person in the universe that they've created, wins. You play as her and you win. You don't wipe out everybody, but you kill a good number of good people. You kill Phoenix, you kill Stukov, although you don't do that as Kerrigan, but still, you kill some of the bigger people yourself. And I think that's a very interesting way of looking at it. The story structure, told from 3 different perspectives, is not something that you saw too often at all. Granted, they had done this in Warcraft and Warcraft 2, but I wouldn't say that they were necessarily melded together the way that they were in Starcraft. They finally understood continuity in this one, so that you went through everybody's story one at a time, and they did progress one after another. And this was the first time that they had done that, right? Warcraft 1 and 2 had 2 different campaigns, but they were completely separate campaigns and often contradicted one another. This one, the Terran campaign and the Zerg campaign, didn't contradict one another. They were part of the same overall story. And I think that was a great step and a great progression for Blizzard. And I do miss them doing RTS games. I honestly have been playing a lot of RTS games from Blizzard, but I'm not too... Blizzard in particular, I'm not too sure how much I'm going to do of RTS games in the future. These are the ones I grew up with, so they were near and dear to my heart. I saved the one that was nearest to my heart for last because I thought it was going to be much more difficult than it was, especially that last mission. I was told by many people it was near impossible, but as long as I moved out quickly and I knew what I was doing, it worked out all right. So, with that done, that is going to do it for these parts of Let's Play StarCraft. That's going to do it for Let's Play StarCraft. I have been Baller Scuba. I've been joined, as always, by the Zerg, the Terran, and the Protoss, who will all be back for the sequel. Hope you guys have enjoyed this entire Let's Play. I know it took a long time to go through, but this is a long game when you really boil it down. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Let's Play. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.